Welcome back, everyone, to a new entrepreneuring talk brought to you by the Arrowhead Center at NMSU. And also welcome back my guest today, Lea, who has actually just recently been on the show to talk to us about her makerspace, Cruces Creatives. And there's already quite a few updates. Welcome back, Lea.
Awesome. Thank you for having me, Garrett.
So how's it been over there? How is Cruces Creatives progressing?
So it's a really exciting time with Cruces Creatives right now, where we've been inside of our building for about 45 days now, and we are in a phenomenal location for what we're trying to do. Heart of the city, 205 East Lowman, next to Eichert's, where the old Las Montañas High School was, and we have 12,000 square feet that we're working inside of this building. So we have 900 square foot wood shop that we're putting in, 900 square foot bike shop going in. I think it's about, maybe let's say 700 square feet going to be for the electronics lab in there, where we'll be featuring soldering, 3D printers, eventually our laser cutter once we get funding for that. We have a large variety of different flex spaces. We have a stage in there for folks who want to come in. We have poets who are interested, performance artists. We have a physicist who's ready to tell us about six-dimensional space once we got the location up and running. We'll also be featuring a textile lab within the location, multimedia rooms. We'll be able to do green screen, black and white backgrounds for photography, product booth for when you finish your cool projects, and then also an audio recording booth. So foaming all of that up, getting everything good to go, along with dedicated space for classroom, for kids' room, and as I mentioned, a lot of that flex space. So even if we don't have a dedicated space for it already, you can come in and still do these types of projects.
Wow, that's impressive. Now I'm curious, was all of that planned ahead of time, or as you've been working with the space, have you kind of come across additional services that you could provide?
It was a little bit of both. So we've had a list of different types of materials and processes and tools that we wanted to be able to offer. And then there's also been responding aid to the building to see, what sort of materials can we really fit into this location, along with the location that we are downtown, what sort of materials and process types are we allowed to do down there? Like, one thing we'll be missing out for a little while is being able to do hot works or being able to do welding on site. So we'll probably be looking at doing a satellite location in the next year or so. But on the other side of it, though, is the materials that we did choose are material types that people are really interested in being able to get into from the community. So a lot of this is really community driven.
With that much square space, I can only imagine that it wasn't just you getting it shaped up. Have you had some help?
Absolutely. So first and foremost, I want to mention our board and our main staff coming into this. So we've got John Simmons, who is our shop manager, been there almost every single day for the last 45 days. It's been amazing working with him. My husband, Patrick DeSimio, lots of help there. We've got Nancy Hastings. We've had Andrea Sandoval, Stevie Hansen, Jeff Moore, who's been working all of our data systems to be able to get us up and going. So if you haven't checked out our website in about the last month, we have totally renewed our website. So awesome, Jeff. Thank you so much for that. And along with a few of other dedicated folks, Michael Harris, and I should mention also Jordan Kopreski, who's been new to our board, who was able to organize a volunteer day where we had 76 volunteers come in on one Saturday to help us prep the building. So we came in, we put on a new coat of paint throughout the building. We started, taking down old pieces. We ripped out a whole bunch of old carpet within the location, like cleaning blinds. It's been a really big effort. And basically every Saturday since we've had volunteers, and it's amazing to have experienced this type of community support.
That's just impressive. Now, if anyone out there is hearing this and wants to volunteer, how can they? You want them to just show up on Saturday, or should they contact you first?
Crucescreatives.org has event registration. So every time we do one of these volunteer Saturdays, it'll be up. And essentially, it's going to be every Saturday up till about May 19th. This upcoming weekend, we're going to take the weekend off since the holidays are coming. Otherwise, every Saturday for the next about month and a half, check it out through crucescreatives.org and sign up.
Now, I also hear you have an intern now.
Absolutely. We were really lucky. We were the first to receive an intern through the Foster Innovative Exchange Program with Arrowhead. And Trishard Mays has been absolutely wonderful. Hardworking, clever. It's been wonderful not only having his help on the day-to-day tasks, but also there as a team member. So as we're trying to, as an organization, solve problems, he's there giving just as much an ideas as anyone else. And a little bit of a funny story. So on the day that we had this huge number of volunteers, right, we ended up getting to a little bit of a bind where we were going to have day passes, give them out to everybody. So, oh yeah, by the way, as you volunteer, for every 3 hours that you volunteer with Cruces Creatives, you get a day pass to come in free at a later date to the makerspace. So we're at this point, like, running up to the edge, like, we need to have these day passes, and we have them, but the last thing that needs to happen is they need to go through a laminator. And we spend, I don't know, probably the first hour and a half trying to get this laminator to work, and it's like the heat element is just totally busted out of this, right? So Trishad is sitting there with a heat gun and is like squishing pieces of paper underneath laminate, underneath cardboard, like one by one, like heating these poor little like day passes. He's got gloves on because it's all hot, and like, I mean, he was just going at it. He's like, I got this. Like, I know this is important. I'm like, he's been such a trooper throughout the whole thing.
Oh, that's great. That is dedication. By the way, just to let anyone know, if you're interested in that internship application, you can visit arrowheadcenter.nmsu.edu/AIN. Just scroll down just a little bit, and you'll see an apply button. So go check that out. But I mean, it really sounds like the space is coming along. So I can only imagine the opening has to be coming up, right?
That's right. So at this moment, we've penciled in May 19th. It's going to be both a soft opening and a fundraising event. So we're looking at being able to do memberships that day. We'll be doing a barbecue out in the parking lot. So meal tickets go straight into the organization for fundraising to get our ventilation for the electronics lab, and also to be able to put a unit inside of the wood shop, keep the dust separated. And at the location, we're also going to be featuring a gallery show. The NMSU MFA students are coming in, putting in a show. 50% of the proceeds of anything sold go into Cruces Creatives. We'll also be featuring what we're hoping, putting up a little drone race throughout the building, so you can come in, do that as well. We're going to be doing tours through the location, music, silent auction, and even a reverse silent auction. So usually, the highest bidder ends up getting to take that item home with them. With the reverse silent auction, what we're looking at is you get to have your name on a brand new tool. So we're looking at being able to have new 3D printers come in. We're hoping we can get that laser cutter through this event. And if you sign up for it and you're the highest bid for it, it gets to be your laser cutter or your 3D printer inside of the building.
I'm assuming information about all of these events are available either on your website or through your Facebook page?
Yes.
Wonderful. So that's crucescreatives.org for the website, and facebook.com/ you probably guessed it, Cruces Creatives. Lea, thank you so much for stopping by again, and best of luck with your opening.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me, Garrett.
Thanks as always for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more interviews with entrepreneurs. And visit arrowheadcenter.nmsu.edu to learn how New Mexico State University can help you launch your business.